2 tornado watches active right now. 24 counties on alert, 50 miles per hour wind gusts. Those 3 numbers are your weather headline for tonight across multiple states, no joke. Tornado Watch 294 is hammering central and south-central South Dakota until midnight tonight. And Tornado Watch 296 puts 24 Nebraska counties under an extreme tornado alert. A red flag warning and wind advisory are tearing through Colorado and Utah right now. We are going to break this entire outbreak down state by state, city by city. Stay locked in because the window for action is closing fast across the northern plains tonight. Here's your complete severe weather breakdown for Tuesday, June 9th and into Wednesday morning. A deep low pressure system parked over the Dakotas is the engine driving all of this. Spokes of energy are radiating outward into the northern and central plains this afternoon. The atmosphere is loaded with storm fuel right now, heat, humidity, and wind shear stacking up. This is what meteorologists call a classic tornado outbreak setup, and it is flat out dangerous. Retired schoolteacher Carol from Chamberlain, South Dakota, you are sitting inside a tornado watch right now. We have a multi-threat outbreak here. Damaging winds, large hail, tornadoes, and serious flooding. The Storm Prediction Center has upgraded this region to an enhanced risk, that is Level 3. Level 3 out of 5 means numerous intense, severe storms are possible, not just 1 or 2. The orange enhanced risk zone stretches from the Dakotas all the way down through the Oklahoma Panhandle. Surrounding that orange zone, a broad slight risk covers western Minnesota and southwest Kansas as well. Every single county inside that orange area should treat tonight as a genuine severe weather threat. Now let's get into the specifics so you know exactly what is coming and when. This system will not stay put. It tracks east hitting new states, Wednesday through Friday. But right now, the immediate threat is across the plains, so that is where we start today. Let's go state by state, beginning with South Dakota, where we have the first tornado watch. Tornado Watch 294 was issued by the National Weather Service in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. This watch is classified as extreme, which is the highest possible tornado watch classification available. It covers 6 counties in central and south-central South Dakota until midnight tonight Central Daylight Time. Those 6 counties are Aurora, Brule, Charles Mix, Douglas, Gregory, and Gerald, South Dakota. Retired mechanic Gary in Armour, South Dakota, your town is directly inside the tornado watch zone. The specific cities named in this watch include Chamberlain, Corsica, Delmont, and Plankinton. Also named are Stickney, Platte, White Lake, Wagner, Burke, and Wessington Springs, South Dakota. Kimball, Lake Andes, Marty, Alpena, and Gregory complete the list of named cities in this watch. Now, here is the kicker. Supercells can fire with very little warning in this type of setup. Cape values are running high enough tonight to support significant and long-track tornado potential. The low-level jet is cranking this evening, and that is exactly what fuels dangerous tornado development. Isolated tornadoes are possible, and a couple of those could actually rank as strong tornadoes tonight. Hail of 2 inches in diameter or larger is a legitimate threat across all 6 of these counties. Damaging straight-line winds could gust to 60 or even 70 miles per hour in the strongest cells. Turn around, don't drown. If water is covering any road in South Dakota tonight, do not cross. Retired farmer Jim in Gregory, South Dakota, please have multiple ways to receive severe weather warnings. A NOAA weather radio, your phone's wireless emergency alerts, and local TV broadcasts are all essential. Storm clusters could organize into a mesoscale convective system by midnight, extending the wind threat. That means even after the tornado threat eases, damaging winds could continue well past midnight tonight. Nighttime MCS events are particularly dangerous because visibility drops, and many residents are already asleep. If you live in those 6 South Dakota counties, your shelter plan needs to be ready right now. Good Lord, South Dakota, this is one of the most significant tornado watch setups of June. Retired Ruth in Chamberlain, South Dakota, please move to your lowest interior room if a warning drops. We will keep tracking this watch through the evening and update coverage as storms develop overhead. South Dakota, you are fully briefed. Now let's move south into Nebraska, where it gets bigger. Y'all, the Nebraska Tornado Watch is massive, and I mean massive in the fullest possible sense. Tornado Watch 296 covers 24 counties across Nebraska until midnight tonight Central Daylight Time. The National Weather Service in North Platte issued this extreme classified watch for central and western Nebraska. 24 counties is one of the largest tornado watch footprints to hit Nebraska in recent years. Let's break those counties down by region so you know exactly which areas face the greatest danger. In north-central Nebraska, the watch covers Blaine, Boyd, Brown, Cherry, Garfield, and Holt counties. Also in north-central Nebraska, Keapaha, Rock, Thomas, and Wheeler counties are all included tonight. Across the Nebraska Panhandle, both Dual and Garden counties are inside this tornado watch right now. In southwest Nebraska, Frontier, Hayes, Keith, Lincoln, and Perkins counties are all on tornado alerts. In west-central Nebraska, Arthur, Hooker, Logan, and McPherson counties round out the entire watch area. The cities specifically named include North Platte, Ogallala, Valentine, Broken Bow, and O'Neill. Ainsworth, Atkinson, Bartlett, Bassett, Big Springs, Brewster, Burwell, and Butte are also named tonight. Chappell, Curtis, Dunning, Erickson, Eustis, Grant, Halsey, and Hayes Center are all in the watch. Hyannis, Llewellyn, Lynch, Maywood, Mullen, Paxton, Purdom, and Ringgold face tornado watch conditions tonight. Rose, Spencer, Springview, Stapleton, Taylor, Thedford, Tryon, and Valentine complete the full Nebraska list. Good grief! That is an enormous geographic footprint covering the heart of the Nebraska Sandhills region. Supercells are expected to fire along the dry line and shortwave trough, pushing through this afternoon. The significant tornado parameter is running elevated across the Nebraska Panhandle and the Sandhills tonight. CIG1 signatures on Storm Prediction Center data indicate organized rotating supercells are already developing. Large hail, 2 inches or larger, is forecast across much of the western Nebraska watch area tonight. Wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour are possible in squall line segments moving through tonight. Retired Walter in Ogallala, Nebraska, your community needs to be weather ready before 3 o'clock today. Here is your action plan. Identify your shelter spot, charge your phone, and stay off back roads. Tornadoes in the Nebraska Sandhills are often rain-wrapped and extremely difficult to see visually at night. Driving through zero visibility inside a supercell is way too dangerous. Please just stay where you are. Rainfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour could also trigger flash flooding behind the strongest cells. Drop your city and state in the comments right now so we can keep your area tracked closely. We will update the comments as watches or warnings are issued for your specific county tonight. Retired Virginia and Valentine. This is the most active severe setup your region has seen this month. Nebraska, you are in the bullseye tonight, plain and simple. Take this watch seriously right now. Now let's make a hard turn east because the severe weather story is far from finished today. Retired teacher Pat in Louisville, Kentucky, you need to hear what is happening in your backyard. A severe flood watch is in effect for portions of Indiana and Kentucky through Wednesday morning. This watch runs from Tuesday morning, June 9th, all the way through Wednesday at 5 o'clock in the morning. Flash flooding caused by excessive rainfall has been ongoing and is expected to continue through tonight. Here's what makes this situation particularly dangerous. 3 to 5 inches of rain already fell. That ground is completely saturated, and every additional inch of rain now has nowhere left to go. More rounds of heavy thunderstorms are expected to keep rolling through the region until Wednesday morning. On the Indiana side, Clark, Crawford, Dubois, Floyd, Harrison, and Orange counties are all in this watch. Also in Indiana, Perry, Scott, and Washington counties are included in the flood watch this evening. In Kentucky, Adair, Allen, Barron, and Breckenridge are among the first counties on the watch list. Bullitt, Butler, Clinton, Cumberland, and Edmonson counties in Kentucky are also in the flood watch. Grayson, Greene, Hancock, Hardin, and Hart are 5 more Kentucky counties you absolutely need to know. Jefferson County, which covers Louisville, is included along with LaRue, Logan, and Marion counties. Meade, Metcalfe, Monroe, Nelson, Ohio, Oldham, and Russell complete most of the central Kentucky list. Shelby, Simpson, Spencer, Taylor, Warren, and Washington round out the full Kentucky floodwatch area. Retired rain in Frankfort, Kentucky, the ground is soaked, and this next round of storms is real. Rivers, creeks, and streams across Indiana and Kentucky are running near or above flood stage right now. Low water crossings are extremely dangerous tonight. Turn around, don't drown is not just a catchy phrase. When a flash flood warning drops for your county, you move to higher ground immediately, no debates. Flooding risk is highest in the low-lying areas and communities near streams across southern Indiana. Indianapolis, Frankfort, and Louisville, all 3 cities need to monitor local alerts throughout the evening. Brownsville, Kentucky residents are sitting in one of the most saturated zones in the entire watch area. Repeated rounds of storms rolling over the same ground is the most dangerous possible flooding setup. If you are in Indiana or Kentucky tonight, do yourself a solid and just stay off the roads. Driving through flooded roads is still the #1 cause of flood-related fatalities every single year. Even 6 inches of fast-moving water can knock a grown adult down and sweep a vehicle away. Retired rain in Bloomington, Indiana, your county sits right on the edge of the heaviest rain bands. Monitor your local National Weather Service office for any flash flood warning upgrades through Wednesday morning. Indiana and Kentucky, you have your full briefing. Do not drive through any flooded road tonight. Now let's head out west where a completely different and equally dangerous threat is happening right now. A severe red flag warning is in effect for parts of Colorado and Utah through Wednesday at 2 o'clock. That warning covers Little Snake, White River, and Paradox Valley fire weather zones in Colorado. In Utah, the warning covers eastern Uinta Basin, Book Cliffs, Colorado River Basin, and southeast Utah. A wind advisory is also active right now for multiple Colorado River basins and canyon corridors. Southwest winds of 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts up to 50 miles per hour expected. Retired Jim in Moab, Utah, 50 miles per hour gusts are raking across the Colorado Plateau this afternoon. The central Yampa River Basin, Animas River Basin, and Four Corners area are all in the wind advisory. Paradox Valley, the Uncompahgre region, and central Gunnison are also seeing dangerous wind gusts today. Any spark or open flame in these conditions could lead to an uncontrolled wildfire within mere minutes. Fire officials are urging all residents to avoid any outdoor burning, campfires, or equipment use today. The combination of dry fuels, extremely low humidity, and 50 miles per hour gusts creates critical fire conditions. Retired Gary in Grand Junction, Colorado. The conditions today are about as fire dangerous as it gets. These red flag conditions peak through Tuesday afternoon before gradually easing late tonight into Wednesday. Even after the warning expires, fuel moisture levels will remain low enough to stay fire cautious Wednesday. Denver, Colorado Springs, and Pueblo wildfire smoke and wind impacts could reach your communities today. Heads up Midwest, you are next for a significant severe weather round heading into Wednesday. Wednesday's severe weather risk shifts east into the Minneapolis-St. Paul area and all of eastern Minnesota. Wisconsin, eastern Iowa, and northern Illinois are all in line for another significant severe weather round. The Storm Prediction Center shows an enhanced risk for severe storms across the upper Midwest on Wednesday. Damaging winds, large hail, and isolated tornadoes will all remain very much on the table Wednesday afternoon. Retired Bob in Madison, Wisconsin, tomorrow afternoon, you're inside the expanded enhanced risk zone. Wednesday's storm cluster could equal or exceed today's outbreak in terms of total severe weather potential. The domino effect continues into Thursday, when another enhanced risk area sets up across the central Midwest. Missouri, eastern Iowa, north-central Illinois, southern Wisconsin, and northern Indiana are Thursday's primary targets. A widespread destructive squall line is possible Thursday afternoon with wind gusts over 80 miles per hour. Burn this into your memory. The Milwaukee to Rockford to Peoria corridor is a Thursday bullseye. A strong tornado threat in northern Illinois Thursday afternoon is something that models are in strong agreement on. That squall line will push into Indiana and Ohio Thursday night on a weakening but still damaging trend. Chicago Metro residents, the Thursday severe weather threat is something you need on your radar now. Friday, June 12th, the pattern shifts the severe weather corridor into the mid-Atlantic states. Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, and Baltimore all need to watch the skies closely heading into Friday. Dover, Atlantic City, and Virginia Beach are also in the Friday severe weather corridor. No joke. 4 consecutive days of organized severe weather across completely different parts of the country? Good grief. This is what happens when a slow-moving low-pressure system just refuses to budge east at all. Rainfall totals through this entire multi-day event will be 3 to 4 inches across the upper Midwest. Iowa, Wisconsin, northern Illinois, and Michigan could see the absolute heaviest precipitation totals this week. Flooding risks compound every single day as the ground gets more and more saturated with each storm. The Kansas City Metro, Omaha, and Des Moines are all tracking flood risk closely through Wednesday night. Atlanta, Nashville, and Lexington are watching for elevated flooding risk as storm moisture pools southward. Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and the Appalachians are firmly inside the Friday severe weather expansion zone. Now, what parts of this multi-day outbreak are you most concerned about for your own community? Drop your city and state in comments. We want our next update focused right on you. Now let's step back and look at the bigger picture heading into Father's Day weekend and beyond. A cooler air mass from Canada is building southward and will finally bring relief to the upper Midwest. By Father's Day weekend, temperatures across Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the Great Lakes will cool noticeably. Overnight lows stuck in the mid-70s will finally drop back into the comfortable upper 50s. Retired Jim in St. Paul, Minnesota, that long-awaited cool-down is absolutely locked and loaded for this weekend. Further south and east, heat and humidity will linger a bit longer through the holiday weekend. Over the next 30 days, the coolest temperature signal sits right across the central and eastern U.S. The wettest 30-day signal is focused on the Ozarks region, Kansas City, and St. Louis. That persistent wet pattern keeps rivers elevated and flash flood risk roaring back well into early July. Now, a quick look at the tropics. The Atlantic Basin is quiet, and that is great news. The National Hurricane Center is not tracking any development in the Atlantic over the next 7 days. El Niño continues to keep the East Pacific Basin very active as we head deeper into June. Tropical Storm Christina is the 3rd named storm in the East Pacific this season and is impacting Mexico. Very warm sea surface temperatures off Baja are fueling East Pacific activity throughout this entire month. Gulf of Mexico water temperatures near New Orleans and Mobile are running slightly below seasonal average. That cooler Gulf water would likely weaken any tropical system venturing into those areas this hurricane season. Now here's the bottom line. Let's circle back to where we started this entire forecast. 2 tornado watches still active, 24 counties still on alert, 50-mile-per-hour gusts still ripping out west. South Dakota's Tornado Watch 294 stays in effect until midnight Central Daylight Time tonight across 6 counties. Nebraska's Tornado Watch 296 stays active until midnight Central Daylight Time across 24 counties tonight. Indiana and Kentucky's Flood Watch runs until 5 o'clock in the morning Wednesday, with flooding ongoing right now. Colorado and Utah's red flag warning eases overnight, but fire conditions remain elevated through Wednesday. Every single threat we covered in this forecast is happening simultaneously across the United States right now. If you are in South Dakota or Nebraska, your tornado shelter plan needs to be activated before dark. If you are in Indiana or Kentucky, do not drive on flooded roads for any reason tonight. If you are in Colorado or Utah, avoid any open flames until the red flag warning fully expires. Retired Walter in North Platte, Nebraska, you and your neighbors stay safe tonight, plain and simple. This multi-day severe weather outbreak continues Wednesday through Friday as the entire system tracks east. Stay weather aware, keep your alerts turned on, and check your local National Weather Service office regularly. Which area concerns you most? Drop your city and state in the comments below right now. We will be back tomorrow with full updates as this powerful storm system keeps on rolling east.